Hi, it's Pat McGrew, again with another episode of Print Sample TV. And if you've been following the series, you know that what we try to do is bring to you print sample collected from my travels around the world. This episode is very specifically about event promotion. And you may have noticed that here in 2023, when we're filming this, we've seen the rise of events again. In-person events, person-to-person events, networking events. And the trick with these events is how the organizers present the information ahead of the event for you to know whether it's something you're going to be interested in and how they present it at the event. So I want to show you a couple of examples from two shows that happened in 2023 and the different approaches that have been taken, because they may give you some ideas. So the first one I want to talk about is from Canada. Graphics Canada 2023, they were delighted to be able to come back to an in-person event in 2023. For a lot of events, 2023 was the first year of going back to in-person, while we did see some in 2022. And Graphics Canada did a very nice job of creating a show guide. And again, talking about the power of print, this is why you sometimes see events doing online show guides and app-based show guides, and I get the value proposition that it's on your phone and you can look at it, but it also means it's eating up your battery. And it also means that you've got to have a good network connection or a good cell connection. And sometimes where our events are located, neither of those things is true. A print guide is essential to doing the job correctly, and the guys at Graphics Canada did a really nice job. It was at the Toronto International Centre by the airport there in Toronto, and they did what a lot of event people do. They went and got their exhibitors to also sponsor pages inside their guide. They provided you all the information that you need, so that you have something to stick in your bag to take back, so that all the people you've talked to, you can go back and re-find all the contact information. Sure, we collect the business cards, and that's great, or we might scan badges, also great, but at a point you're going to need something, and having this to pick up off your desk is going to be a whole lot easier. Now, they also used print in a couple of other ways at the show. They invited the association partners who came to the show to bring their brochures. This one happens to be from APIA, the Atlantic Printing and Imaging Association, who did a very nice job of explaining their value proposition, their vendor sponsors, and how to get in touch with them, who their board members are. It's not much, it's a single piece of paper, but it is enough to promote them, and this is really useful. The last piece that the folks in Canada did was the advertisement for their Canadian Printing Awards. Most countries have printing awards. This is a really popular way for printing associations to promote themselves, and they did a nice job by providing this postcard. It was available at a lot of different places in the show. A lot of the vendor sponsors also had them in their stand. Power of print. People took them back, held on to them, and they had a good number of entrants this year. So this was kind of the light approach to print, if you will, in event promotion. I would like to now turn my attention to one of my favorites. So in Italy, they do an event called Print for All. And Print for All is an event that it takes place actually all year long in the printing industry in Italy. They have conferences that they do during the year. They sponsor different events, and it all leads up to their big event, and the next big event is in 2025. So I'm doing this in 2023. This is now 2 years ahead, and we're already promoting the show, and there's a reason you do that. For a big event where you're trying to bring thousands of people, you really need to be promoting the event a long time ahead. And in order to do that, what you're really going to want to do is start thinking about how you're going to step people through that decision process. So they began with a smaller conference we did in Stresa in July of 2023. This was the delegation schedule, and there was an agenda, and there was a lot of print at that event, but a lot of the print was designed to bring you to the event that will be happening in 2025. So they they had the bag. The bag tells you all about how Print for All is not your ordinary conference. And it also gives you something to take your groceries, pick your groceries up at the store with. I love this bag. It's a nice, sustainable way to help promote the print conference. And in the print industry, sometimes we get accused of not being sustainable. They had the nice card. It's basically a save the date card. But it's a save the date card with a lot of information about what's going to be at the big event at Fiera Milano in Milan in 2023. And they had these nice, my favorites, I love print shows that do, that have pieces that you can play with. So they had the sticker page. But it is a print show that is actually sponsored by all of the Italian printing associations. And of course, they have print that they want to produce as well. And in this case, Chimga, who is one of the associations involved in producing Print for All, also wanted to produce some print to show their members what value they get from the membership. So they did a very nice job of identifying all their activities. It's a nice piece that shows all the places they have influence, the vendors they work with, and how they work with them. And they also did a segment report, a report to the industry that they produced. And very nice binding, spiral binding, very easy to carry around, but also just really nicely produced to help us understand the power of print in our industry. 4 events wrapping together the educational mission as well as the promotional mission that satisfies the vendor sponsors' needs is really what you're looking for, and print is your most powerful piece. One more event that'll happen in 2025 will be Hunkler Innovation Days, and this was their invitation for you to come. Last Innovation Days in 2023, next one 2 years from now, 2025. This invites everyone to come to Luzerne, where we all enjoy going every 2 years to talk about finishing and the equipment that feeds that finishing equipment. So I think the thing to remember is that if you are doing an event, print has a powerful place in it. And we hope this episode tells you what you can look forward to at the next event you go to. And if you don't see print at the next event you go to, talk to the organizers. They're missing an opportunity. I'm Pat McGrew. This is Print Sample TV.